Okay, everyone. It looks like we're live. Perfect. Okay. Um um boom. Okay. All right, I'm going to give them a go ahead to start. All right. So I just got back from class. We've got Kotul and Sip here. Their names are wrong on stream. I'm getting to that. Um and they are playing Grand Inquisitor versus Boba. Sip is our defending champion, and he was playing Boba last time that he won, so that's interesting. But Kotul is here on Grand Inquisitor, and he already beat Astrotech, who was the champion before Sip was. And Astrotech was also on Boba. So this Grand Inquisitor deck has proven that it can beat very good players on Boba. So I wouldn't count him out, but he is sort of hard to imagine. Yeah. So it's hard to imagine that Kotal can get there on this weird deck, but if anyone can, he can. And players are they're going very fast. Resupply. This crafty smuggler can either hit the short trooper and take the Grand Inquisitor action offline, or you can just hit base. Grand Inquisitor here is, interestingly enough, on a 30 health base, not on Energy Conversion Lab, which I think is right for this deck, at least. You don't really have many good ECL targets. I guess like you're running Rook, but that's pretty much it. And you don't even necessarily need to ECL Rook because you can ready him with Grand Inquisitor. Kotal has a difficult decision of what to resource here. He's got two like force events in hand, but no force user. So his play here is pretty much barrage, or subblock guard, and he ends up going with subblock guard. And that subblock guard is pretty much just going to get run over by this Boba engine, which has everything it needs right now. I don't think there's a way to get to Steadfast and 7th Fleet, but there is a way to get to Spacer and Steadfast. Plus the Boba coming out this turn. Like, this Boba's going to run over Subblock Guard. Or even, you can also just ECL Steadfast and then he gets the 2 resources back. So Steadfast, we also sort of want to save the Steadfast for the leader. So that should be 4 Overwhelm, assuming it gives the buff to the Steadfast, which doesn't necessarily have to, but there's no reason not to, I think. I guess decides not to and gives it to the smuggler. Oh, that actually makes sense because the smuggler can then trade into short trooper. Easy. Yep. So you force it by doing the Grand Inquisitor. And Kotal's in a really, really bad spot here. He does not have an easy way to to clear the way for his Grand Inquisitor. Because he's got to be able to kill this this Steadfast. But it's just not. He doesn't have ECL. This is a scenario where you definitely would want ECL as Grand Inquisitor. Normally, like, you benefit from the extra health, and you don't benefit a ton from the deployment. But in this situation, you definitely do. So, like, pretty much his best hope is, like, play Fifth Brother and then play Force Throw and hope that the Fifth Brother doesn't get run over in the time that it takes you to play him. But if you can, like, I mean, yeah, no, it's a very bad position for Kotul. So I guess he just deploys and he knows he's going to get eaten up by Steadfast. And yep, that's what happens. Oh yeah, I guess it gives itself extra health, so it's technically alive for this round. I think they got the 1/1 there, right? So the Inquisitor dies. Like, I mean, Kotul pretty much can play Fifth Brother, and that's it. And then if the Fifth Brother doesn't, he's trying to bait out the Boba attack. Even if he bets out the Boba attack, the Fifth Brother's gonna get run over by Bosk here. So unlikely to, like, actually do much, but, like, that's his play line, is to try and play the Fifth Brother. Alright, okay, he baited out the Bosk. Can he bait out the Boba attack, or is Sip gonna just claim? Okay, he decides to. Yep. Yeah. I think Sip's got this one. It's gonna be real hard to come back. Okay, Seventh Sister. He has Vader, which, like, that is, like, that can run over the Boba, or I guess the Bosk. It doesn't necessarily. Both of them are equivalent threats. And if it pulls something interesting, like, Grand Inquisitor can make a lot of interesting things happen. So I guess it's, you can either bring Ozzel or Super Laser. He sees a Palpatine in that. I believe he's only on 2, so, like, you want that second Palpatine. He brings out the Super Laser. I think that's wise. And then, yeah, so you can take out either Bosk or Boba. Goes for Boba. But now he's still facing down, like, a bunch of attacks. He's facing down 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage this turn, which puts him up to 24. Plus Fire Spray puts him to 29. So Kotul is 1 health away from death at the end of this turn. And the shield on 7th Fleet is pretty much just going to seal it. Like, even through Barrage. Yeah, Barrage just is not going to be able to do enough. And yep, and Kotul sees it. We're going to game 2. I guess I'll take a look at the lists. We didn't really get time to do that earlier. Oh, I don't have the lists pulled up. Do I have them on my computer? Because this is Hippo's list. This is not Sip's list. I do not have them. Let me go grab them from Substack. So here's Kotul's list. It's really interesting. He's only got the 2 Palpatines in there. He doesn't have the 3rd one in the sideboard. I mean that's like a card you probably want to have in this matchup. I don't know if you run. I don't know if you bring in anything from the side if you're Kotul. Let's see. Oh, and they're about getting started, so we don't have time to look at Sip's list. But I'm pretty sure it's a fairly standard Boba deck. Yeah, there's really like not much significant about it. It's Boba. He's on a few like interesting like 1s and 2s. He's got 3 of the coming event in the sideboard, which is kind of interesting. We'll see if he brought it in. I kind of expect him to. It seems solid in this matchup. Snowtrooper Lieutenant, not the ideal open here. Into Greedo. It trades with Greedo, so if you're wanting to be defensive, it can do that. And yep, does just trade with Greedo. There's Boba. And Kotul gets the he gets the super laser. That's big. He could play Force Throw just to discard a card, but elects not to. Traitorous is big here for Kotul. He can steal this Boba. Or like his other options that he can play 7th Sister. Which 7th Sister is kind of crazy here with Grand Inquisitor. Especially like seeing that attack. I think I go 7th Sister. But Sip is trapped without ramp this turn. Kotul's in a much better spot. He's not having to deal with Boba as quickly. Shares a 7th Sister, gets readied. And then knocks out the Greedo. That's all 3 copies of Greedo gone. You know, never have to worry about it again. For all that's worth. Traitorous is still like an impactful card here, stealing either of these units. And Grand Inquisitor can come down this turn. I like Kotul's position. And both these units are... You can use Grand Inquisitor on them if you steal them with Traitorous. It's like Sip now has the option to barrage and just take out 7th Sister. Does do that. So now Kotul has... I think Kotul's going to play Traitorous. The question is like, who do you steal? And he steals the 7th Fleet. It's bigger this turn, so you can't Inquisitor it this turn because it's 5 attack, but you can next turn, and it has the shield to absorb it. And here comes the Grand Inquisitor. I'm constantly making like little adjustments to the camera angle. I'm sorry. But let's get a bit closer in there. Okay. So the thing with like Boba right now is that Boba just trades into the Grand Inquisitor once it gets exhausted. Like he just fully kills it. The 3-drop Boba, that is. But the Grand Inquisitor is also like not that much of a threat right now. So let's see. You can Force Throw here. Force Throw is just gonna get Super Laser. Or he could like throw his own Vader but I don't think he's gonna do that. Yeah. And then you get to hit somebody. I think you hit the small Boba. I don't know. Well, yeah, I definitely like because and that exactly is why I would hit the small Boba there, because now because like your Vader could have traded with the big Boba, and if your Force Throw trades with the small Boba, like you're basically in this exact same scenario, but you have a dead Boba Disintegrator and 3 damage on Boba Leader instead of like this where they're both around. Vader can only clean up one of them. So Vader comes in. He can pull. You can only pull one of these 2 drops, and I think it's got to be Short Trooper. Why not attack with the fleet? Use GI ability to attack with it again. Then flip GI for those actions. Because you can't, because it was buffed by Barrage that turn, so it was 5, so you couldn't use the GI on it. Like he did have like options to stall there and like not deploy GI when he did. Like he could have done some other things first, but I think the overall outcome was more or less inevitable. And so ECL on Viper there, he's not using his Vader. Oh, he's not up to 7, is he? Yeah, he's only on 6. Okay. So now you can Inquisitor push 3 more. Force throw is big here for Kotul if it, even if it doesn't like go, even if like Vader dies, like still just being able to force throw a card is big in this board state. And then he has a bunch of like random units. I mean, Kotal, I think, is really starting to regret that misplay with the horse throw. Cell block. Cell block gets the Boba. I think you seriously got to consider force throwing this last card. Is it better or worse than playing a unit? And I think there's a. Or I guess like, well, yeah. So if you can do that, you can then you can then ready the short trooper. That's spicy. Okay. And hit for 4. I think Kotal might get this one. Let's see. Ooh, Palpatine. That's big. Like even if Sip starts to take control of this board, which he doesn't really have the cards to do, like he's already taken enough damage. I think it's is there even any way to stop lethal this turn? Well, I mean, you traitorous, but then Palpatine kills you next turn. Traitorous returns 7th fleet. Kotul takes initiative. Nothing you can do. We're going to game 3, folks. Grand Inquisitor still alive. Let's go and take a look at our bracket. Winner of this like moves on to top 4. I think. Oh shoot! I think it's his top 16 in the in the title. It's not. It's top 8. Winner makes it the top 4. Let's see. Both players have resupply. You love to see it. No 2-drop from Sip. Has he already taken a mulligan? I'm not. I was looking at some other stuff. Just looking at the bracket. But looks like he's not, even if he could. Here comes Ozzel. Not going to blow the Inquisitor yet. Ozzel is sneaky good. So they're both ramping this game, which, like, I mean, you want to have ramp as Kotul, obviously, but you really do not want to see the Boba deck ramp. Like, that's one of the big things that I think gave Kotul the edge. Game 2, sorry, was that he ramped and Sip didn't. And Kotul's running like Force Lightning, which can potentially stop that. Like if it's Super Laser that comes down instead of resupply, but there's no out to resupply. Sip does not have like great targets going into the Inquisitor turn. Like he can play this TIE Interceptor from his hand if he wants, and that's like you can target that with Inquisitor while it's using the on attack, but not with the leader side. You'd love to see Seventh Sister here, but he just doesn't have it. Alright, yep, does play the Interceptor. Zip's got Crafty. He's got Waylay. I don't. You could just Waylay this to just completely stop the threat. That's not a horrible trade. You sort of want to keep the Crafty at hand. Because it's a low drop for Force Throw. All right, so now we're going into the 6 resource turn. Kotul was lucky enough to pick up a 7th sister, and he's got force throw in hand. Kotul has, or sorry, Sip has the fire spray, which is really hard to beat here. I mean the best way to kill it pretty much is force throw your own Vader at it. That's like it. All right, and Kotul baited the attacks there. And now gets to play this 7th sister. There's no immediate out to the 7th sister. Hey, I mean, Kotul's going to be able to go off of it. This is the dream for this Grand Inquisitor deck, pretty much. Is you get 7th sister down. She's in a position where she can't be easily outed. So then you can Inquisitor on this leader side, reset her, deal 3 to something. Flip Inquisitor, reset her again, deal 3 to something else. And you also have the force throw here. And is he going to throw his own Vader? He is not going to do that. He's going to throw the Smuggler, which is going to take out Greedo. Whiffs. So now Kotul's going to be able to push, I think, 9 to base eventually, and he's going to kill this Boba. Yep. Like that, I mean, that is the dream. That's the crazy 7th sister combo. Force Lightning. Oh, Force Lightning now can sink Fire Spray, but like it's done a lot of damage already. Both players have Vader ready to go also. And Sip's going first, and he's going to Vader first. Just knock out that 7th sister, I'm guessing. If he plays it carefully, Imperial Interceptor can also be an out to Fire Spray here, but slower. Costs the same amount of resource. You give up the attack. He just does the quick and easy kill it with lightning play. Kotul is he's almost there. 4 damage away, and he's still got 18 of his own health left. We're potentially on the verge of seeing Grand Inquisitor make top 4. But let's not jump the guns. Sip still has an ECL available, which can easily clear this. This cell block guard. Like from there, Grand Inquisitor can only take you to 24, and he just resource Vader. Or no, he didn't resource Vader. He played his Vader last turn. Okay. So, alright. Traitorous Cell Block Guard also actually does good. The counter Traitorous. I think Traitorous might actually just win the game here. Right? I don't think you have to trade race your own cell black card again, I believe. I don't think you can do the 7th fleet. But you do that. 8 traders, okay. I mean that's 2 rounds lethal. Yeah, I mean, like, the Inquisitor is gonna die to. I mean, like, so yeah, he has to 7th fleet and then take initiative, and then he can attack again with 7th fleet, and that wins. And I'm not sure that Sip has an answer to that. Yeah, I mean, Sip trades here, but Kotul takes initiative. Folks. Folks, history is about to be made. Kotul takes initiative. Viper Project comes down. It is not enough. Ladies and gentlemen, Grand Inquisitor in the top 4. That is incredible. Wow. Kotul's been playing this Grand Inquisitor deck for a while. He was on blue for a bit, then he was on green. Now he's really got this list ironed out, and he just beat, in top 16 and in top 8, 2 of the best Boba players in the world. Folks, we are not living in a tier 0 meta. There is light. And Kotul is bringing it to us on this blessed day. He gets the best part is that in top 4, he's either going to be playing Han or Chirrut. So we're going to have something really interesting that's going to make it all the way to the finals. That's going to be crazy. Our other games, I think we're starting to get them scheduled. But we have Breaker and Hippo are playing a Boba Mirror. Dylan and Thork is Krennic versus Han, and John and Nicholas in Tower number 9 is Han versus Chirrut. I think at least 1 or 2 of those has been scheduled already. So yeah, what a time. John Nicholas. We're scheduled for 7 a.m. UTC Saturday. That is like, I think that's 11 a.m. my time. Or, oh no, that's like late in the night. Okay. The GI player, it's awesome to see Kotul hunting down these other decks. Yeah. It's crazy. I'm glad to see him win. I don't want to seem biased as a tournament organizer, but I love to see interesting decks do well. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Thank y'all for tuning in. Really enjoyed this one. I'll see you guys later. Always remember to take the initiative.